Jonathan Kuminga has quickly become one of the most talked about young players in the NBA, especially as the free agency period approaches. His journey with the Golden State Warriors has been anything but straightforward. At just 22 years old, Kuminga's story is filled with ups and downs, moments of brilliance, and stretches where he struggled to find his rhythm in the rotation. What makes his situation so intriguing is how his potential clashes with the realities of the Warriors line up and the strategic decisions looming over the upcoming offseason. Fans are divided, analysts are debating, and the Warriors front office faces some tough choices as they try to figure out how Kuminga fits into their long-term plans. Over the course of the past season, Kuminga showed flashes of what could be a very bright future. His overall numbers may not leap off the page, averaging around 15 points per game with a little over 4 rebounds and a couple of assists. But statistics alone don't tell the whole story. His three-point shooting percentage was below average, hovering around 30%, which has been a concern. But considering his age and the role he's played, many see him as a raw talent still growing into his capabilities. The real excitement for Warriors fans came during the playoffs, particularly in the second round, where Kuminga's performance skyrocketed and suddenly everyone was paying close attention. If you look back at the first round against Houston, Kuminga's minutes were limited and inconsistent. He barely saw the floor in most games, and when he did, his impact was minimal. But once the Warriors faced the Minnesota Timberwolves in the next round, everything changed. Kuminga took on a more significant role, often leading the team in scoring during those games, dropping 18, 23, 26 points in different contests. Although the Warriors ultimately fell short, Kuminga's ability to step up in critical moments and put the team on his back revealed a glimpse of the star he could become. It was the kind of breakout that gets fans buzzing and raises serious questions about how the Warriors plan to build around him moving forward. Yet, despite these flashes, the relationship between Kuminga and the coaching staff has been complex. Steve Kerr has been known to juggle rotations strategically, and Kuminga's place on the court has often been uncertain. There were moments when it seemed like Kuminga might be phased out, with limited minutes signaling a lack of confidence. Rumors circulated that he was unhappy and might want to explore opportunities elsewhere. In restricted free agency, however, the Warriors hold significant control, meaning Kuminga's options to leave are limited unless a trade or sign-and-trade scenario comes into play. This dynamic adds layers of complexity to the off-season conversations about his future. Recent reports suggest Kuminga hasn't closed the door on returning to Golden State, which is notable given the ups and downs. His comfort level with re-signing depends on several factors, including how much playing time he is guaranteed and what role the team envisions for him. This season's playoff run, especially that strong second-round showing, certainly strengthens his bargaining position. There's a clear tension between the team's needs and Kuminga's desire for growth and opportunity, and negotiations over the next month will be crucial in defining how this all shakes out. From the Warriors' perspective, keeping Kuminga makes sense in many ways. The organization has a young talent with high upside who can contribute both offensively and defensively if developed properly. But on the other hand, salary cap considerations create significant hurdles. Kuminga's max salary next year could be nearly $38 million, which is a lot for a player who has yet to secure a consistent spot in the rotation. The Warriors have a tricky balancing act ahead, trying to maximize their roster under salary constraints, while also preparing to maintain a competitive edge as they chase another championship run. Adding to this complexity are potential trade scenarios involving Kuminga. While no major teams are currently expected to make formal offers for him, there's talk about how the Brooklyn Nets might use their cap space creatively to engage in multi-team deals. These trades could open the door for Kuminga to land on a new team or for the Warriors to receive valuable assets in return. The salary matching rules in the NBA add another level of challenge, as the Warriors would need to send out significant salary to take on Kuminga's contract or any package involving him. This means any trade would require some serious financial maneuvering and creative strategy by the front office. One interesting hypothetical trade scenario that's been discussed involves the Warriors packaging Kuminga along with future draft picks in exchange for a veteran like Cam Johnson from the Nets. Johnson is a solid shooter, an experienced wing who could immediately help ease the scoring load on Stephen Curry. Johnson's shooting splits and defensive capabilities make him an attractive target, especially for a team looking to optimize the final championship window with Curry. Getting a player like Johnson would also signal a commitment to surround Curry with reliable complementary pieces that can relieve pressure on the superstar. Of course, the Warriors' ultimate goal is to build a team that can compete deep into the playoffs without overburdening Curry. Despite his legendary status and ability to take over games, Curry cannot carry the team alone night after night without risking injury or burnout. Having players who can take significant offensive and defensive responsibilities is critical. Whether Kuminga fits into that puzzle long term or the Warriors decide to bring in a different mix of players remains to be seen. But one thing is clear. The upcoming offseason will be pivotal in shaping the future of the Warriors roster and their championship hopes. Meanwhile, voices within the organization have expressed support for Kuminga. Some of the key figures close to the team have praised his defensive potential and his growth mindset. Comments have been made highlighting his ability to guard elite players and contribute in high-pressure situations, which shows that the front office and coaching staff still see something special in him. This backing makes the decision-making process even more interesting, as it suggests the door isn't closed on Kuminga playing a meaningful role in Golden State's future. At the same time, the Warriors must weigh their options carefully. They are coming off a season where injuries and inconsistent performances raised questions about the team's depth and durability. Bringing back Kuminga means betting on his continued development and Steve Kerr's willingness to give him consistent minutes, something that hasn't always been guaranteed. Alternatively, trading him for established players or draft capital could provide more immediate help and flexibility in managing the salary cap. All of this drama around Jonathan Kuminga also reflects a larger narrative within the NBA about young players finding their place in star-studded teams. The Warriors have an iconic leader in Curry, but building a supporting cast that complements and elevates him is an ongoing challenge. Kuminga's situation is emblematic of that struggle, balancing youth and potential with experience and immediate impact. Fans are eager to see which direction the Warriors will take, hoping that the front office's decisions will bring the best outcome both for the player and the team. As the summer unfolds, every move the Warriors make will be scrutinized. The team's approach to Kuminga will signal how they plan to navigate the future, whether they prioritize developing young talent or trading assets for veteran stability. The NBA landscape is shifting, and the Warriors need to adapt if they want to keep their place among the league's elite. Jonathan Kuminga's next contract and role could very well be the first major indicator of that strategy. So while there are still many unknowns, the excitement around Kuminga remains high. His talent is undeniable, and the moments where he has shined give fans a reason to believe in his potential. Whether he stays in Golden State or moves on, his story is far from over, and the decisions made in the next few weeks will have a lasting impact not just on his career, but on the entire Warriors franchise. Beyond the immediate considerations of salary cap and roster construction, the way Jonathan Kuminga fits into the Warriors' culture and system is a major factor shaping his future with the team. Golden State has always been a franchise that values versatility, defense, and unselfish play, qualities that Kuminga possesses but is still refining. His athleticism and length give him the tools to guard multiple positions, something the Warriors desperately need to stay competitive in the increasingly positionless modern NBA. However, the consistency of his effort and decision-making remains a work in progress. If he can iron out those details, Kuminga could become an indispensable piece in the Warriors' quest for sustained success. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. The NBA rumor mill is once again ablaze, and this time it revolves around one of the league's most promising young stars, Jalen Green. According to several whispers around the league, the Houston Rockets guard might be looking to force his way out of Texas, with the Golden State Warriors emerging as his preferred destination. While nothing has been confirmed officially, multiple insiders have suggested that Green is increasingly intrigued by the idea of playing alongside Steven Curry, and benefiting from the winning culture that the Warriors have built over the past decade, the allure of competing for championships and taking his career to the next level under the bright lights of San Francisco could be too tempting to resist. Sources close to the situation claim that Green has grown frustrated with the Rockets' current trajectory. Despite Houston's young core and flashes of potential, the team is still mired in a lengthy rebuilding process. Green, who has already established himself as a high-octane scorer and highlight machine, is reportedly eager to compete on a bigger stage and under the playoff spotlight. The Warriors, on the other hand, are rumored to be seeking an infusion of youth and athleticism as they attempt to extend their championship window beyond the Curry, Clay, Draymond era. A player like Green, with his elite scoring ability and marketable personality, would fit seamlessly into the Bay Area's brand, both on and off the court. However, pulling off such a move would be anything but simple. Green is still under contract with the Rockets, and the team views him as a cornerstone for their future. Any trade would likely require a significant package of assets, possibly including young talent and draft capital that the Warriors may or may not be willing to part with. For now, it remains just speculation, another intriguing storyline in an NBA offseason that promises no shortage of drama. But as history has shown, where there's smoke, there's often fire. Could Jalen Green really be plotting an exit to join the Warriors dynasty? Only time will tell, but the possibility alone is enough to keep fans and analysts buzzing through the summer. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential. For the Dubs community, stay tuned for the next video.